Are you recession ready? Tip number one. So, following on from my introductory vlog, today's vlog is going to be a first idea that you can go away and reflect on and implement in your business. And the tip is all about building trust through storytelling. So, in recessions, in challenging economic times, people want to buy from people and brands they know, like and trust, which is one of those phrases that you've probably heard about a million times, but it's true. So if we look over the last few years, where we've obviously had the global economic crash of 2008, 2009, and difficult times following on from that, the big brands who have really weathered that storm and done really well are those brands that we know, like and trust, the ones that have been around for years. And obviously there are new challenger brands that have come into the market since then as well, but they've taken a different strategy. So if you're an existing business who's already up and running, or even if you're not, but you've got some sort of experience, some credentials and a story behind you, you need to be sharing more of that story to help people buy into what you've got to offer. So if we look over the last few years, we've had really interesting advertising campaigns from John Lewis on Fairy Liquid. If you have a look on YouTube, you'll be able to have a look at some of those. And they have both really played up their heritage. So there is an advert some of you may have seen for both of those brands where they have taken clips from old adverts and put them together into a montage showing families growing up with the brand. So people who maybe their parents or their mothers used Fairy Liquid when they were children have gone on to buy Fairy Liquid when they have had children themselves. So the brand has been a consistent presence throughout their lives. Similarly with John Lewis, there was a really lovely heartwarming advert where a little child was growing up and the mother was buying her clothes and toys from John Lewis, and then as she became an adult she was buying her own children things and she was buying things for her house as well. So that's just a couple of examples of high street brands that you will know who have played up their heritage and their story to really draw on the emotional connection with their customers. And that's what a really good story allows you to do. It allows you to bond with the reader, the viewer, the listener to the story. A really strong brand, marketed well, also allows you to differentiate yourself. And I was really interested this week. I've been working with an agricultural client recently, and I've been reading Farmer's Guardian. And there's an article, the leader column actually, in this current issue about milk. And it's talking about the fact that milk recently has been used as a loss leader by lots of supermarkets to win new customers, win back existing or past customers, get them into the store, get them buying. They go to the milk and they think they've got an amazing deal, and then they start spending on other products in the store. The problem with this is that it has absolutely driven down milk prices for the farmers who are actually producing the stuff. And for many dairy farmers, they're actually making a loss now when they're selling their milk to the supermarkets, which is absolutely appalling. And it's because milk has become a commodity. There's no sense of a real value being attached to it in that transaction between the dairy farms who are selling it to the supermarkets. And this article is really interesting. It's talking about the fact that dairy is now trying to reposition and use the power of brand to elevate the price of milk. And it talks about brands such as Muller, who make yogurts, you might be familiar with them, and Dairy Crest, who produce the Cathedral City cheese brand. And talks about how, those are household brands that we now recognise, and because of the fact that people are willing to pay a premium for those products because they know the quality is good, they can therefore pass on that higher price to the dairy farmers who are producing the milk in the first place. So it's kind of a win-win. The customers get a brand that they know, like and trust, and the farmers are getting a better price for their milk. And it's talking about the fact that, yeah, milk producers basically are looking to develop milk brands. So we will watch with interest what happens with that story. But I just wanted to leave you with this thought, which is, how can you use the story of your brand, your business, the heritage behind what you do, and why you do it, to help you strengthen your emotional bond with your customers and potential customers.